Our next speaker is Rebecca Ojedele. She'll be speaking about storytelling, how it can be used for inspiration in Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Can we give another round of applause to Sally and Tam? My name is Rebecca Ojedele. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. I work with an organization called the African Radio Drama Association. A few years ago, I had a young girl under my wings. She was a really troubled girl. Her parents didn't know what to do with her, and just practically handed her over to me, like mentor her and guide her, and maybe you can figure out what can be done with her. I was helpless too because I didn't know how to help her. However, one day, we went visiting a friend of mine who owns a gym and teaches girls self-defense skills. And during conversation, I realized that this girl that I was mentoring and my friend really clicked. There was just something about, them meeting each other that worked out so perfectly. And as conversation was going on, this girl I was mentoring paused and said, I was sexually abused by my father's friend. And I was startled because I've never heard that, from her before. And there was silence in the room. And my friend said, Well, there's something I've also never told anyone, and I've not told you either. And that was that I was repeatedly sexually harassed by my uncle, who was supposed to be my guardian. And I was looking at both of them, like this is a story I've never heard from two people that I thought I knew so well. And she was like, don't feel sorry for me. My life was not a full stop. Now I run this gym. I'm a badass superwoman, and I teach girls self-defense skills. Let me tell you about someone else. Her name is Vicky. When she was a child, she had dyslexia, learning disabilities. Everyone thought she would amount to nothing. But right now, she represents the youth of Nigeria at the UN. And then there's me. Raised by a single mother, my father left when I was a teenager. I had to work multiple jobs to make sure myself and my younger ones have an education. My mother was frail in health. But again, here I am. I have a family of my own, a career that I love, and I'm a 2017 YALI fellow, standing right here talking to you. You may be asking yourself, so how did that girl who was repeatedly abused become a gym owner? How was the girl who had dyslexia, how did she become a UN representative? How did I get to where I am today? If you're asking that questions, you're asking the right questions, because nobody is telling us that story. Nobody is capturing those stories. Nobody is capturing the journey of young people who have been able to turn their challenges into stories of hope and inspiration. Every one of us here have a story. Every one of us here is motivated by something that has happened to us, and that's why we are doing what we are doing now. But nobody is telling that story. How many times have you put on your TV and heard the stories of, this person made it? It's stories of elites or stories of celebrities, not about young African leaders who are making change happen in their community. Maya Angelou says that there is an agony, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Bearing an untold story. If you're not able to express what your story is, you're not starting that journey of healing and reconciliation. And that agony is not borne by the person whose story is untold alone. It's borne by the entire society. Imagine the girl I was mentoring. if she knew that she was not the only one that has happened to, and she learned the actual skills that my friend took to be able to get from where she was to where she is today, that would have been helpful to her. Imagine lots of young girls who could learn from our story and how we are here, what we've gotten today. We need that story to be told. And what am I going to do about it? I'm going to start an online movement of storytelling, where the stories of young Africans is going to be told. We are going to have live events. We are going to go on air. We are going to start from Nigeria, and hopefully it's going to become a Pan-African thing, because the best resource I have are these people right here. I'm here taking a stand, and I hope you will stand with me, that my story, our stories, will never remain untold. Thank you.